Alright everybody, I'm back at the van. It's July 1st, got 2 weeks before I'm out of here pending my vacation request I'm going through. As you can see, we're trying to get things buttoned down. We've got some 5/8 plywood in here so we can have a nice firm mounting basis for the brackets for the ceiling. So get that in there. And then moving over, you can see we got some insulation up here on the fiberglass topper here. I figured better put that in before he puts Thursday. Ryan's supposed to come in and grab the van, and then both of us are supposed to run out to Washougal. The same guy that did our exhaust is going to give us a handout with the roof here. So get that in there, and as you can see in the back now, we've got a bunk. So this bunk is approximately 42 inches by 63, so it's a little on the shorter side, but Ryan's going up here, and I figure if he gets his head back in that corner, let me move my hat, guys. I figure if he gets his head back in that corner and maybe his feet down here, maybe he'll be okay. So just used 1x12s for the main support up here, and then just a 1x3 across here. And the project that I'm working on today, and I will show you, we are finally getting the wall coverings up here. So putting those serape blankets that my mom brought back from Arizona to use. And I'll try to get this camera mounted up so I can kind of show you the technique that I've been using. I know it's kind of difficult to get everything into one shot, and the bad thing about these is that since it's kind of a looser type of fabric, it's not knitted in as tight as I thought it would be. It does have a tendency to curve, but it definitely does give it kind of a rustic look. So I'm gonna put you guys down for a second. Bear with me. I'm gonna try to get the camera mounted up on the opposite wall, and be back in a second. Alright guys, I am back. So as you can see, I've got the blank wall over here right across my shoulder. What I have done is, let's see if I can zoom in on that. Sorry, this is kind of static. You can see right up there, if I can get a focus. There we go. So we got some tape up there, and that tape that we are actually using was the same stuff that we did for the linoleum that we had down below. I figured that stuff was pretty sticky. Once that linoleum was in combination with the contact cement, it didn't really even want to move, so I started just kind of playing around with it, see if it would hold those blankets on there, and it does a pretty decent job. So I've got a strip up here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a strip right along here too, and another one down below here by where the wheel well is. And once that's done, we're going to pull off the backing, put our blanket up and work it around into this eave back here, and let it drape down a little bit. And then we're going to put contact cement along this section up here. You just want to do a little bit at a time, because in this hot weather, and it's real warm here in the Pacific Northwest, it's about it's 98 yesterday, and they're predicting about 100 today. So contact cement does dry out pretty quickly, so you want to move pretty quickly with this. So doing large areas is not in your best interest. So with that, I'm going to put some more of the Roberts vinyl adhesive strip on there, and I will get back to you guys in just a second. Okay, so we've got all of our tape in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the backing on this top piece. My head's in the shot. pretty warm weather that we're dealing with at the moment, so it's kind of not wanting to cooperate very well. At least not as well as when we had the we were doing the linoleum. So I got that off, and then we're gonna unfurl our blanket. And I think we'll start where we left off with our previous one, and we're gonna go ahead and make sure you leave a little bit of excess room. Don't try to line it up all the way, because with the curvature of these vans, it's not gonna line up towards the bottom as it does up to the top. So give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going to go ahead go just about like so. I've got 6 of these blankets, so I have plenty of material to finish this up down here. But you want to make sure that you do have plenty of material. Just give yourself a little bit of excess just to work with. Move that just a little bit. There we go. Top there. Nice adhesion there. Alright, so I'm gonna get a little bit more of a strip back there, but I'm gonna leave that. So you can see right back in that corner right back there. I'm just gonna save that because that's gonna be a little bit tricky to work with. I'm going to try to get this kind of worked over to the rear end. So after that's done, and this is easier when it was a little bit open. Right now I'm kind of working in a cramped space, but I usually just kind of pull this blanket out and then put the contact adhesive in there, and then just right in that small patch where we had it, and work it down using a where was it? Well, okay, so let's just do it this way. Alright, so we are back. Got everything pretty much lined up the way I wanted it. And I think this is going to be a 2-part video. My wife is working today. I've got the day off, as it's pretty obvious, but she wanted to come back through and try to cut all the holes for the windows, as well as where the sink's going to be, as well as the outlets on the other side. So and if I was half tempted to do that myself, but I think it's going to fray pretty badly if I do, so I'll leave that to her. And then as you can see right over here where we've got the overlap section, I use some staples to kind of hold that together. I tried to work with the vinyl tape on that, and it just doesn't want to stick to the blankets themselves. So staples, I think, are probably the best bet on that. And that's about it for today. So I'm going to work on the other wall, try to get that done, and maybe I can get a couple shots at the end of the day for you guys. Alright, bye. Alright everybody, end of the day progress. Got the other wall up, and fortunately I needed about a 1.5 foot of fabric here to get that back upholstered. Sorry, I'm going to close the door real quick. There's a lawnmower going on outside. So we got that back there. Hopefully my wife can clean that up and you try to salvage some of that fabric. I don't know what for yet, but so next step is trying to get everything trimmed up, all our holes cut for our outlets, our windows, around the wheel well down there, and run some of the I got this kind of rubberized, let me get out, sorry about that everybody, got kind of a rubberized trim board down there, so we'll work with that, try to clean it up on the bottoms a little bit. Obviously the fabric didn't stretch as well as I thought it would. So that's the next step. Obviously you can see some big boxes here, so that's our futon right there. I'm hoping we'll go back in here. I'm hoping it'll fit between the wheel wells, but if not, I'll just move it right onto the back. And I've got some kind of storage shelves. I got 2 of those, so I'm going to set those up right here and here, and hopefully make the table, or I suppose it'd be kind of a kitchenette area. So that's the next step, try to get this area kind of cleaned up as best as possible and livable. That's about it. You guys have a happy 4th of July. We'll be working most of it, but enjoy the time off, and hopefully I can crank out another video before I gotta take off. Alright you guys, thanks for watching again. Have a good day.